Hello guys, in this video, we're going to introduce a sheet for strategic planning. This sheet is already applying the concepts that we used for strategic planning, such as the mission vision value statement, competition analysis, your planning's roadmap, your BSC analysis, a SWOT analysis, and so on. We are going to go through each of these buttons so that you can get a grasp of how to use this sheet. So here in concept, there is an area for you to write what's the mission, the vision, the values of the company. Keep in mind that these formats are ready to be printed, so you can see here that it's ready to be printed for you to build that report on paper if that's what you wish. I'm coming back here and now I'll go to competition. And in competition, you can analyze your competition. You've got many columns, your company being the first column here, and the others are those competing with your company. So then, you can choose which items you want to compare. In this case, I used it to check which are the company's distinguishing features, what's their market share, what's their marketing strategy like, their product, the price. So in this case, since we are doing the strategic planning for a digital marketing agency, the elements that we're looking at are related to digital marketing. So going back here after going through a competition analysis, I also have the roadmap option. So there are some points that I want to highlight in some milestones in my strategic planning project. And if you wanted to see that on a roadmap format, then we can list here which are those milestones and how I can add this bar and just move it and drag it from the beginning to the end. That way, you can see the data in a more graphic way. That is also ready to be printed. Now we can work with SWOT analysis, and I'll select SWOT analysis. Here, there is both internal and external SWOT analysis. Clicking on this button and you can fill the elements. In this case, because it is an agency, we consider it as strengths, qualification of the team, diversified portfolio, networking. The weakness would be the reliance on key people. For opportunities, we have new emerging channels and increasing demand for digital marketing. And an example of a risk would be loss of qualified workforce. So that was the internal SWOT analysis. And if I go back here now, we have our BSC for us to define some main goals for the strategic planning. Our first goal here on our BSC is related to finances. So we can provide here what the strategic objective is, what the most quantitative goal is, which indicators will be used, and what the initiative is for that metric to come about. This is in a slightly more strategic and macro plan. You can structure your balanced scorecard, or BSC, in accordance with your strategic planning. Here, we also have the option for knowledge. Let's go back now. The next point is about the departments. So I'll select the departments here, and in this spreadsheet, we can work with up to 8 departments. Within each of these departments, I can have the team's analyses, what the specific goals are for these departments, what the action plan is, and which indicator I'm going to consider to ensure that we meet our BSC objectives. So, as an example, I divided it into a marketing department and a sales department. Here in the marketing section, I have these 4 buttons, one for the team, one for the goal, an action plan, and an indicator for this specific marketing area. Under the team section, I have the option to select the individuals who work in the marketing team. I'll go back and move on to the goals section. Here, we will work with SMART goals, which are specific to the marketing sector, aligned with the broader plan in our BSC. In this case, I have a task in the BSC that pertains to revenue growth. And how is the marketing department going to work on this? What is the marketing strategy to achieve revenue growth? Here, one of the goals is related to increasing leads. So, as a goal, I aim to enhance lead generation by 30% over the next 6 months. This would be my specific goal here. If it's measurable, how can I track this metric? In this case, we'll be using the number of registrations on a form within the website. Here, when you complete a goal and it's achieved, you switch it to yes or no and keep track of the goal progress for the marketing department. So, I'll go back to the department view, and now I can also define not only the goal, but also the action plan. Clicking on the action plan, I'll provide a more detailed description of how we're going to achieve the goal of generating more leads. So, within the action plan, I can already provide information about the action itself, the person responsible, any start and end dates. Here, I have the days counted to determine if the task is overdue or not, whether there's a financial resource allocated to the task, and whether it's completed or pending. In the broader context of the entire plan, I also have information about the budget required for this plan and how much has been spent, calculating the actual cost for the marketing department. I'll go back to our department once more, and the last item I have is the indicator. The indicator has a 12-month horizon for each of the years in which I'll be implementing my strategic plan. Here, I can provide details about what I'm planning. In this case, I'm working with the quantity of liters, aiming to achieve 1,800 liters each month. Then, I'll provide the planned value first, and above that, I'll input the actual value achieved. Here, you can have the flexibility to use various tracking methods, percentage progress, monetary value progress, desired revenue, or quantity of clients. Essentially, you can monitor any quantitative progress within this framework. I can work with each of the years up to the 5th year of this plan, in case you choose to have a 5-year planning horizon. Returning to the home screen, I'll now access the dashboard. Here on the dashboard, I have the option to filter by department. In this case, I'll choose marketing. I can see the number of SMART goals in my plan, how many goals are pending, how many have been achieved, and the percentage for each. I'm also able to view the indicators from my action plan. For the marketing department, I have 5 tasks, 2 pending and 3 completed. I can see the progress in percentage, and we can also observe the budget progress, the budgeted amount versus the actual spent. Additionally, I have the main quantitative goal here, which in this case is lead generation, and bars represent the actual lead generation value, while the more orange bar indicates the planned value. Finally, I have a month-to-month efficiency for my lead generation goal, as well as an efficiency calculation for the entire year. This is for the first year, and as you switch between years, you can see the metrics evolution accordingly. Alright everyone, so this is our strategic planning spreadsheet. The link to it will be in the description of this video. I hope you found this useful. Until next time.